to throw in a couple of opportunities and programs from our Science Math Resource Center, because again, I think there's a lot of good stuff going on that not everybody always knows about. So it's going to be a little bit like drinking from a fire hose. I have a lot of stuff to share with you. So I'd say grab your notebook, or I guess everything will be recorded and we'll share links with you too. So if you don't want to write everything down, there will be a way to get it very shortly. So let's just kick it off right here with, I'll tell you about the Science Math Resource Center. We're a STEM outreach center in the Department of Education. These are our primary goals: to support you as educators out in Montana. We also want to support our students by increasing science literacy. We support other Montana STEM organizations and advocate for high quality STEM. And then I really am serious about taking the resources that are at MSU and getting them out to you, because this place is growing like crazy. There's a lot of money, there's expertise, there's resources, and people don't always know how to connect with teachers, although they want to. So we're going to be that friend for you and connect you with all these resources from MSU. So I want to start by just sharing a couple of our signature programs with the Science Math Resource Center. We are home of the Montana Science Olympiad. Maybe you have some coaches out there. If you're a Science Olympiad coach, you should give yourself a cheer in the chat. This year, we had to host our event virtually, which was kind of a bummer, but it still totally worked. And in fact, we were able to bring in a few teams that maybe could not have traveled to a live tournament. So that was kind of cool. We are working on plans for the upcoming season. It's complicated, but we will be announcing that in the next 2 weeks. I also wanted to share that we're home of the American Mathematics competitions. These are national contests for students in 8th grade, 10th grade, and 12th grade, or I should say up to 8th, up to 10th, and up to 12th. This year, we also hosted those online, and there are a lot of opportunities there for kids to earn scholarships and prizes and really just practice math in a fun and friendly way. I wanted to share also about the Montana Girls STEM Collaborative. This is an effort that's been around for about a decade. It's housed with us in the Science Math Resource Center. And our goal with the Montana Girls STEM Collaborative, I don't want you to be thrown off by the girls in the name, because actually we are advocates for all kids who maybe have been excluded from STEM. And in Montana, that's a lot of kids. If you're from a small town and you don't have an engineer as a neighbor, or you haven't been able to go to a science camp, we are a network that makes connections and collaborations so that we can bring these opportunities to kids. I would really encourage you to sign up for our newsletter, and the address is there. We'll also post that later on, because that's where we share opportunities to apply for mini grants or to bring different programs and opportunities to your school and your community. Kind of following on the heels of that, I just wanted to share 2 STEM equity initiatives that our center is involved in. We were funded by the Dean of our college this summer to examine our practices in youth STEM outreach to see if we can improve our diversity, equity, and inclusive practices so that all kids are in a welcoming environment. We're actually finding out some pretty good stuff and have come across tons of resources that we will share with everybody. I think they'll be quite useful to all people. And then I wanted to put a plug in here. I'm really interested in math and how kids get interested in and follow their math path. So this last fall, I was invited to give a talk about called "Why Should We Care If Girls Like Math?" Again, I think it's for all students who may not picture themselves as math people. And the website there has a recording of the talk, but more importantly, it has all of the resources that I found that could be resources for you as educators to inspire young people to really think about and start to love math. Not start, we all love math, to continue loving math. I want to share another initiative here too that we are working on in the Science Math Resource Center, that's citizen science. If you're not familiar with citizen science, it's basically the idea that anybody can be a scientist. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of projects all over the world that ask people everywhere to take observations or collect data, take some measurements, and submit those to scientists who then use that data from all over the world. So we are working on kind of getting a network going here at MSU and extending that around Montana. So I would just say if this kind of stuff floats your boat, you should definitely connect with us. Maybe we could do some teacher professional development. We're looking at getting some kits for you for your classroom. Maybe you want to start a citizen science project and just need somebody to bounce ideas off of. And then I want to put in an extra pitch for Globe Observer. That's my personal favorite citizen science project. It's totally free. It's tied to NASA. Kids love it. I think there's lots of educational opportunities there. So definitely reconnect with us if any of this resonates with you. This is a brand new project. We're the outreach partner for this NSF funded grant called Signals in the Soil. Basically, the researchers are looking at building very small sensors. They're going to 3D print these sensors, and they will be able to measure the movement of water through soil. So they're kind of looking at the different types of pores in soil. Does water move differently through soil with very small pores or larger pores? And again, there's a healthy outreach budget here. We want to connect with teachers. So, you know, I see agriculture teachers, there's soil science, there's water, there's 3D printing and engineering. And again, we've started a small newsletter so you can stay in touch with that project. And of course, you can email us if, again, a light bulb goes out and you want to know more about it. Land Use Explorers is also a project that channels through our center. This was a National Science Foundation funded project that kind of looks at the trade-offs between how we use and value the land. So we're working on posting some resources online that you can download for free. Then I think this is our last one. These are a couple coming up projects. We're going to be hosting trainings on Leap into Science. That's a very early literacy and science program. You can get free training and resources. We are looking at launching Elementary Science Olympiad. We currently have middle school and high school, but this is a program for the younger ones. And then we are now certified as trainers for Crypto Club, which is all about secret codes, cryptography, and mathematics. So we're looking at doing some virtual training or virtual programs for kids. I had a slide on this research experience for teachers, which Anne mentioned. Very cool stuff, engineering education for elementary teachers focused on energy sources in Montana. That will come with a really nice stipend and a lot of support for teachers. So stay in touch with us so you can learn more about that one. Again, I just want to say Science Math Resource Center is here for you. Connect with us if there's anything at MSU that you want to know about. I'm sorry, I kind of got going here about Science Math Resource Center, and I want to make sure you hear about our NASA and our NSF projects. But while I'm transitioning over there, if there are any topic or skills that you wish we would have or share or teach or connect about, please go ahead and put those in the chat while I just move on and tell you about our NASA projects.